one time I'm sitting in the county jail and I started feeling really sick. And all of a sudden, I was hugging the toilet right there in the prison cell. It was miserable. So in jail, like, you can request medical, but most of the time you don't get it because too many people are requesting medical and there's nothing wrong with them. But my cellmate actually said, like, she needs medical. And so an officer came and got me. Well, there was another girl who needed medical too. I went to see the nurse, and then the nurse said that I needed to go to the outside doctor. This is happening over the course of a day. And by like noon, I was in a holding cell waiting for some officers to take me and this other girl to the jail. And by this time, I was starting to feel a little bit better. We're in this holding cell for hours. Naturally, we started talking, and we were just talking about the jail and certain other jails we had been to, and eventually we just started talking about our lives. And she said that she had a boyfriend, but they weren't together anymore, and she had 2 kids by this man. He was abusive, and there were a lot of times when she had to call the law on him, but he just kept getting out, and then she would take him back, and it was just a big mess. But she talked about her kids. She loved her kids so much, and us women, we love retelling our birth story, like what it was like giving birth to our kids, because it's a whole story, and like we shared our birth stories, giving birth to our boys. She had a girl and a boy, and she was just the sweetest. Eventually, the team came and got us, and they took us to like a doctor's care or whatever on the outside. When we came back to the jail, they put her in a different part of the jail, and I never saw her again. Well, I get back to my cell, and I'm feeling a little bit better. My cellie says, "Yo, what was that like?" And I was like, we were in this holding cell for like ever. Me and Shelly, we talked a lot. She's so sweet. It was such a great conversation. She takes my arm and she's like, "You were talking to her?" And I was like, "Yeah, like what is it?" She goes, "Do you know what she's in here for?" I said, "No, I assumed it was something to do with like her boyfriend or something because he seems like a real jerk." She goes, yeah." She said that her little girl told her that that man had been touchy with her, and she had loaded up her rifle and shot him in his back in his sleep 6 times. Then she just calmly closed the door. It was like a little single wide. She closes the door and she goes and makes her kids breakfast. It was like Shelly does not talk to anybody. Like, she will not open her mouth. So you never know in jail who you're talking to.